No todo lo que piensas es verdad. Not everything that you think is true. Thoughts are endless and some of them are actually working against you. I've noticed in different moments in my life, especially in situations where nothing was actually wrong, my mind made it seem like something was. I remember the first time when I started dating, even something as simple as going to a family gathering would trigger me. Not because of meeting his family, but because I knew everyone he loved and everyone he felt comfortable and safe with would be there. Suddenly, my thoughts shifted. It became less about just being present, and it became more about how I was being perceived. I felt like I had to show up a certain way, like I had to be on, like I had to be enough in that space. I was unable to show my real self. I was unable to be authentic because I had this story in my head where I had to prove myself. Nothing in that environment was actually telling me that, like in that moment. It was just a thought that kept on repeating based on what I had experienced. That's when I started realizing how easily a thought can change your entire experience. The same situation and completely different feeling, just based on what you're telling yourself. The moment I stopped following that thought and I just allowed myself to be me there as I am, everything felt different. This realization didn't come right then. It came after journaling, doing some inner work, going inwards about why I wasn't being able to be myself in such an amazing atmosphere. Not because anything changed externally, but because I wasn't creating that pressure internally anymore. That's when it really clicked for me. Not every thought deserves to be followed. When I journaled about it, I started noticing that this wasn't really about that specific situation. It was something I had been carrying for a long time, a deeper belief that in certain spaces I had to prove myself in order to be accepted or loved. Even though in reality nothing around me was asking me to do that. His family was always kind and welcoming. I never actually felt unwelcome. But internally, I was still putting that pressure on myself. And it made something that was actually very normal feel heavy. Just being present and just being myself felt like something I had to work for. And that's when I realized it wasn't the situation that was difficult. It was the thought that I was carrying into it. Once I saw that clearly, I could finally just be there without overthinking what I had to be. It took me a lot of time to do this. It took me a lot of experiences, a lot of situations with them, and a lot of inner work. But it's never too late to begin.